Hey guys, it's Dave Keller here, coming to you from Portland, Oregon, on this motivational Friday, hoping to bring you a small word of encouragement. I'm on staff here at the church, and right now we're in a series, a teaching series on work. And I was preparing to give a message here in a few weeks, and I was really challenged in my preparation for the message I'm going to be giving. And I found myself actually in one of the books of the Bible as I was preparing that I don't normally find myself in, the book of Ecclesiastes, which is a curious little book in the Old Testament. And two verses in particular that are quite a contrast to each other. And they're found in the chapter 2 of Ecclesiastes. The one verse says, "So I hated life because the work that is done under the sun was grievous to me. All of it is meaningless." Wow, that's kind of a bit of a heavy scripture, not very encouraging. That all is meaningless, work, life is meaningless. But just a few verses later, we read this: "A person can do nothing better than to eat and drink and find satisfaction in their own toil." That was curious. Two verses real close to each other that seemingly on the surface would contradict each other, but I don't think they do. I think what the author is getting at the first verse is saying that life and work without God at the center of it, is meaningless. But the second one, I really feel like he's describing the life of a person who loves God, who follows God, and wants God at the center of everything they do, especially their work. And it's describing that, and he says that person will find satisfaction in their toil or in their work. And the challenge I've had lately for a long time is my tendency as a guy, and I've talked to other guys that do this as well, is my tendency to compartmentalize. I have my family box, and I have my hobbies box, and I have my workout box, I have my work box, and I tend to separate them out. I even, if I'm being absolutely honest with you, at times I have a God box where, I have church on a Sunday morning, I have my devotions in the morning, then I go about my day. And the challenge I have is from this scripture. I don't want to live out of the first scripture where God is not invited into my work and God is not a part of my everyday life, and because in that is meaninglessness, as the author says. But with God at the center of my life, God at the center of particularly my job and my work, the author says there's great satisfaction when you work in that way. So my challenge today to myself and to us is to try our best to leave the compartmentalizing aside and invite God into our everyday, especially our work. Some of you may be in a dream job, some of you may be in an in-between job, or even out of work. Some of you may be in a job that's really unsatisfying and unfruitful. But God has placed us where He's placed us, and we are there for a purpose. So my challenge is for us to invite the Lord every day. Just pray before you go to work. That's what I've started to do. God, I want you to be right in the middle, right in the center of my job and every task and every challenge I face today. Because I know that that's pleasing to Him, and in that I will find satisfaction, no matter whether I'm having a good day or a bad day, in a great job or a boring job or whatever kind of job. So that's my encouragement. Invite the Lord into your work, into your day, into every part of your life.